girlfriend around to play in the garden. In the garden we had this lovely wood. And in the wood, in springtime, it was full of a bluebell carpet. And I decided it'd be a really loving thing to pick all these bluebells to give to my mummy as a loving gift. So me and my friend gathered all the bluebells. Right, exactly. And took them into, imagine 2 7-year-olds laden with bluebells. Lovely baby, little purple, all these lovely flowers. Heart bursting with love. Well, think about it, man. She was already there. You tell the mums here. But she's my God, she's vandalised the garden. My mum went completely berserk. My friend got sent home, and I got banished to my bedroom. And all I remember her saying to me was, "Don't you look at me with those eyes." There was that age of saying, "Excuse me, this is not fair." Those eyes were expressing the anger of a 7-year-old who didn't know how to express herself. And I carried that story for quite a while, and I made it mean something. That's still being human. I mean, we get carried away with our stories. We make things mean stuff that don't necessarily mean stuff. And I made that little episode mean that it wasn't safe to be loving. Now, if you put meaning to your life along the lines of it's not safe to be loving, life becomes hard work. Try living in a world where you're surrounded by love and you can't allow any of it to touch you. But don't forget, I'm an achiever. And I do this stuff really well. So I developed fantastic ways to keep love away. God, I was masterful at it. Masterful. Don't know if any of you know, but I've actually been engaged twice. And yes, I walked away quick before any sort of love stuff happened. I can remember one person specifically, a lovely, dearest friend of mine, not a romantic thing, but a really good friend. And I remember specifically sitting with him and love falling out of me, literally pouring out love at me, thinking, oh, I love this man so much. I'm so proud of what he's up to, and I love him to bits. Within minutes, literally minutes, I had picked the most awful round with him. Awful, like end of relationship round. Like, I actually don't want to see you again round. It's really exhausting in the end, trying to keep your little right when it's around. You actually tense up your very body. Christine showed me how I kept myself so tense because, my God, if I'm with them, somebody might get through. I couldn't be loved. That's far too scary. Far too scary. And I had developed ways to keep myself safe. Now, my favourite way was to boss people. And those of you who know me, I have to thank you for putting up with me over these years. I don't know how you did, you know. I really don't, except that I'm a very good boss. You know, I'm really, you know, I dare some beauty to fly me when I'm on a roll. I am so good at managing people. But you know what I'm saying? If the bossiness doesn't work, I've got a backup plan. I wonder if any of you are ahead of me that it's the plan you use as well. And that's the bossing doesn't work on me. It's a fantastic plan. Oh, it's brilliant! It's brilliant! Oh, I'm so late. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault this awful thing happened and it made me late. Oh, you can't do that to me. Every excuse is done. I was brilliant for me. My mistake came when I was at Landmark Forum. They'd taken the surface off and I found out that I was really quite nasty underneath. I told you all nasty underneath. And so I'm in this place of, oh my God, I'm not the loving, right person I've been pretending to be. And it's really exhausting pretending to be full of little lies, I can tell you. No, this horrible, jealous, judgmental, B-word person. Well, that's not a good place to be. I can tell you right now, there's a reason why they don't accept some people on the course. It's not a good place to be on. Feeling too vulnerable, do not go anywhere near Landmark, because you have to meet the nasty you. But remember, I had a tactic. 150 people, didn't change the tactic, it's well honed. I've been doing this tactic for 40 years, right? The bullying doesn't work, go to the victim. Hand up, me. Victim needs to speak. Got out, microphone, 150 people. I don't like this. I'm a really horrible person. I'm really jealous, I'm really judgmental, and I don't like this. I became a victim to the nth degree. And it's the worst possible place you can be as a victim. I even mentioned the S word. That's despicable. That's lowest of low. If you don't mean something, never ever say it. Because we are only as good as our truth. And our truth is in our hearts. And our hearts communicate through our voice and our spoken word. And so your spoken word has to be your truth. Anything less than your truth, then you don't exist. You're making a mockery of the person you are. You're not real, you're a fake. You're denying your very self. Never mind your purpose, what you're here to do. If you don't speak the truth, who are you? And she got more doing the exercise. And she went, you come here. And I do you know what, at that point I thought, that works. I'm getting private one-to-one coaching ideas like that. I've got exactly what I wanted, and I'm not shocked behind the guilty. Well, still, tears and, amazing what actresses we are, actors. And she turned around and she said, Monica, you need to leave the Landmark Forum now. Wasn't it? Nobody speaks back to me like that. It's like it gets a brick wall. It's like, it's literally like against a brick wall thinking, oh my god, I get it. And in a second, I got clear. I got so, I don't want to swear it, clear, that I got it, I was free, it was amazing. I said, do you know what, I have no intention of doing anything silly. Do you know, I suddenly get it, I have been manipulating all my life. And the worst bit is, I was manipulating myself. I was creating a person who wasn't real. I was being who everyone wanted me to be, or who I thought people wanted me to be. I had developed ways of keeping myself safe from this love thing that worked for me. But unfortunately, when I set an intention for inner clarity and I went down the route after it, I hit it. And I woke up to the fact that actually, that person wasn't me. That person was the basis, was created by a 7-year-old. By a 7-year-old's meaning of the world. It was time to let it go. It wasn't real. And then suddenly all my life became clear, everything made sense. But unfortunately it's not that easy. Because, remember I mentioned jumping into the river? Well, that much is your toes in the water. But if you really want to get into the flow, you have to jump. And jumping meant voicing my new truth into the world.